So welcome everyone to day 9 of our surrender into, or tapping into surrender with the angels event. Really excited to be sharing space with you guys again. And I'm feeling like I'm looking down into my laptop a little bit. I had to move spaces. I was trying to get the Facebook Live to work and it didn't. But at least today I turned on the recording, so that's progress. That's good. Happy about that. So we are at the end of this particular journey, and I did want to let you all know that I have guidance in terms of what I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable future. It's not a forever thing, but it's at least for the next, I'm hearing 4 to 6 weeks, and maybe longer. I have learned the hard way not to commit myself too far out, because it often ends in angels taking another turn. But anyway, Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern, I will be doing this same thing every week. And as I was thinking about it, there's so many different themes that we can talk about. And so those of you who are in Zoom, feel free to add your things and what are your priorities. And I'll also put something in the Facebook group as a poll. But things that have come up here within this group, and in my own, I have to say, over this last 9 days, my own experience is chronic illness, ancestral inherited stuff. I just had this script my mother used to say I'd forgotten all about this morning, about how her mother used to tell her that she did a really good job doing nothing. And it was not a compliment. And I was like, whoa, where'd that come from? So there's a lot that we can tap on with respect to ancestral and inherited stuff: money, career, history of abuse, and looking at those relationship patterns that are with you but may not have been seen and are not in your highest good. So lots of themes. Do feel free to share either in the YouTube comments or here in the Zoom chat or on Facebook. I'd love your input, and we'll just keep working at this. Did want to mention that to just remind you, because it can feel like a lot at times, and the card for today really supports that, kind of taking a time out after today, taking an opportunity to really nourish yourself. But did want to remind you that you incarnated, we all incarnated to play a role in this epic transition, what's happening here on planet Earth. But we also have incarnated to experience healing for ourselves, for our loved ones, for even our ancestors in a lot of cases. So as you feel triggered after today, going forward, just tap on whatever it is that's coming to mind. You cannot get it wrong. And it really all goes back to your intention and bringing awareness to what is looking to be healed. And once you see what it is that needs to be healed, whether it's a thorn in your paw or a skeleton in your closet, I had to wear these today, the healing has begun for that particular challenge. It's all about awareness and your intention to heal. I also wanted to mention that, for some things, we've done a lot with anger and frustration. Some of those bigger emotions that are more long-standing take some time to release, and other things just sort of chip away easily. And then the last things, 2 things I want to mention, more administrative. We have one of our ongoing participants who I don't think is here today. She's not here today. It's early for her. She's on the West Coast, but we have one of our ongoing participants who is finishing up her certification in EFT and has posted in the Facebook group that she's offering some free sessions as part of finishing up her certification work. So I'm not sure of her capacity at the moment, but if you're interested, just check that out in the Angels, Alchemy, and Human Design group, and I'm sure she'll get back to you if you're interested. I think she's offering one free 1-hour session. And I personally am not doing private work at the moment, one-on-one, but Jamie will be posting an offering for all of you who may look for some kind of ongoing private work. She can also weave in human design, which is pretty cool as well. So stay tuned in the Facebook group for that. And I will also share that in my emails as they go out. All right, so our card for today is Quiet Nourishes Me. And this is from the same deck I've been using. And if I could only remember, and I left the box upstairs, I kind of came down here quickly. If any of you guys on Zoom remember the name of this deck, let me know so I can let people know, but it's what we've been using. And the message here, it's funny, I'm really drawn to her earrings, and they're upside down heart shape. And that speaks to me of changing perspective. You know, so we've done a lot of work, a lot of healing here. We talked yesterday about how for several of you, even more probably, that the healing, the emotions are arising throughout the day and clearing throughout the day. And so important to be gentle with yourself, you know, and allow, I see the upside down hearts as a change in perspective, just remembering that you're rewiring yourself, and it takes some downtime, it takes some nourishment. And you know, the other thing that I'm looking at here is that she looks like she's being born. You know, she's coming through the birth canal here, and that's exactly what is happening as you continue on your path of spiritual evolution. So, all right, let's get to our tapping for today. And I have to say, it was so cool. I was getting ready outside, and it's a beautiful day here. And as I was starting to channel in the EFT setups to begin with, this big monarch butterfly flew by, and we have had a bunch of them, but not recently. So it really was a message, and it was going left to right, which is all about being on your path. So it just felt like a wonderful, I guess, introduction to our work for today. Okay. So let me just see. I'm checking the chat here. Seeing things differently in ways that feel better. Suggestion for tapping in the future tappings. Thank you for that. Not as poetic in English, but my dad always used to say, you'll only ever have crap unless you rob or inherit. So crazy. I thought of that when you told the story about your mom. Yeah. I mean, these things that our parents have inherited, I'm sure, from their parents and lineage. There's a lot that we can do on the ancestral theme of things. All right, so tapping on the outside of the hand. Even though I don't know if I can keep up with all of this shit that needs to be healed. And I'm not even sure I've made any progress. I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though a part of me believes that I can't really heal and feel better about myself. I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though a part of me is so stubborn and is just holding on to the past, and it pisses me off. I deeply and I completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Don't want to let go of the past. It's become a part of me. I can't let it go. I don't want to let it go. I may not like it, but it feels familiar. It feels familiar. It feels familiar. And I've always thought that familiar is good. And now I'm intending to change and become something that's not familiar to me. And that scares the shit out of me. And so I take a deep breath in and surrender to my guidance and trust that I am exactly where I am meant to be, right here, right now. Top of the head, because I deeply and I completely love, forgive, and accept myself. All right. So just allow yourself to shift into that space. And if there's anything in particular that has come up for you, please do share. Part of me was screaming in anger, let the past go. Yeah. I think there's so much we hang on to just because it's familiar. And so it feels comfortable because it's the devil we know. We're not even devil. I mean, that's judgmental. You know, some of it's good. It's just we're being stretched into another form of good. Scared of change. Yeah. Feel it in my heart tense. Yeah. I get that. Okay. Made the connection to something my aunt said that made her scream. What? Like that. Yes? Ah, referring to her abusive ex-husband, she said, at least I'm not alone. Wow. Which actually it wasn't alone. Actually fits very well into this next round that we're going to do here. All right. Tapping on the outside of the hand and settle into your body. Invite you to do that first because I feel like some of you may have sort of stepped out of your bodies during that last one. Just use your breath to bring yourself back to the present. And tapping on the outside of your hand. Even though a part of me expects life to suck, because that's all I've ever known. And all I was taught by the people around me. I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though a part of me expects to be abused, maybe even attracts abuse, maybe even wants abuse, because it's familiar. I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though it makes me so very sad to think that I've expected these horrible things. I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Tapping the inside of the eyes, expecting abuse. expecting dysfunctional relationships simply because it's all I've known, all I was taught by my loved ones who were taught themselves. Hurt people hurt people. And that changes here today. Because I no longer accept this compromise, this state of living. And so while I am scared of change, I open my heart to embrace it. I embrace the change. And I open my heart to healthy love and release the past that no longer serves. Harvesting the gifts I have been given. Top of the head, because I deeply and I completely love, forgive, and accept myself. I did not expect, in fact, I sort of had a little side conversation with my angels about tapping on wanting the abuse. That really surprised me. And after ignoring it a couple of times, the angels were like, you got to go there. So I just want to remind you guys that emotions are not this binary, we have one, we don't have another thing. We can have a whole mass of emotions that seem to contradict each other, that live next to each other, that don't necessarily make sense. And the wanting, as came up in the tapping, can just come from this space of really wanting familiarity, wanting something that doesn't represent change, because the unknown can feel scarier. So yeah, just wanted to say that yields what, yowza, the idea that we manifested it, that sucked to realize that we manifested what. And if it's something I said in the tapping, it's possible that just because I'm in my channel, I may have forgotten. So what you just said, oh, okay, gotcha. About choosing to continue, but not anymore. Today is a stake in the ground for change. Absolutely. All right. So let's move on with our last EFT setup here. All right. So tapping on the outside of the hand, even though living in a consistent state of surrender seems like such a stretch right now, I deeply and I completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though there are times that surrender feels impossible, that connection to my angels feels impossible, I deeply and I completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though the idea of ongoing change and continuing to surrender day by day terrifies me on some level. I deeply and I completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Tapping the inside of the eyes, scared I won't be able to do this, that I will fail once again. Those people in my life who didn't believe in me, maybe they were right. And I can't experience peace. But I am open, and I am strong, because I am here now, and I am committed to positive change. So yes, maybe I am scared, but I also have faith. And I am here to love and to be loved. And no one and nothing can stop that, especially not myself. Because I am a divine child of God and the angels. Top of the head, and I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. So I'm going to go right into the affirming tapping, and then I'll check in on you guys. Tapping on the outside of the hand. I am perfect as I am right now. There is nothing to change, nothing to do differently. I am whole and walking my path with faith in my heart. I am good. I am kind. I am present with my higher self, my God source. I am the embodiment of love. Top of the head. And I surrender to this truth right now. Because I deeply and I completely love, forgive, and accept myself. And so it is. And I want to bring your attention to that part of the tapping that we do. The I love, I forgive, I accept myself deeply and completely. We talk a lot about the setup and what we're looking to release, but it always comes back to loving, forgiving, and accepting yourself just as you are right now. So with that, thank you for joining me here. I love you guys. I am the keeper of my mind and body. Wherever love is present, fear is a stranger. That's beautiful. I love that. Thank you. All right, everyone. So I look forward to seeing you guys in a week, and much love, many blessings. Be well.